Good evening. Welcome into the First Alert Digital Center. It's not First Alert, it's just Ken's 5. I'm Bill Taylor, though. I can guarantee you that part. How are you? Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. Considering everything that's going on, I hope you and yours are doing well this Monday night. We're going to talk a little weather. We're going to talk about everything but the, coronavirus. That's the plan anyway. But if you have a question that I can maybe answer, I'll do my best. I'm going to get this live feed up, make sure I'm seeing everybody. There's Diane. Friends are in Maine. There's Christy. Missed you too, Jason. Good to see you, man. How's everybody doing? There's Dana and Alyssa rather. What's up, Virginia? I'm in the hizzy. This is the hizzy, and I'm in it. Give us some good news. My brain is about to explode, right, Samantha? Now, rain's good news. I got cooler air good news. I got warm air good news. So all the above. I mean, if that's good news for you. Here's the bad news. We're not going to see blue skies for a while. We're going to be all cramped up with this, quarantining of the city almost. And with that, I was hoping for some nice blue skies, some beautiful weather to get out and enjoy our parks, get out and enjoy our trails, get out and enjoy our mission reach, our missions for that matter. But it's not a complete washout until later in the week. We'll get into it, okay? Hi, Gail. Let's catch up here. I'm excited to watch the weather because, yeah, exactly. I'm not even going to use the C word. Can you eat barbacoa in the rain? Eloy, absolutely. Absolutely. I think it might be better in the rain. It might be better in the rain. Still love you too, Tom. Thank you very much. So I took spring break off, took a nice little break, enjoyed time with the family. It was awesome. I was so grateful that before everything started getting shut down, my middle daughter got her trip in with her dance team to Los Angeles. They have a big annual trip, and they go a different city every year. And, I mean, she got back Monday, and everything started shutting down Tuesday. By Wednesday, it was mayhem, And so, man, she just got that trip in. And now, as a senior, I feel sorry for her because so much of her senior year is going to be affected by all this. It could be prom. It could be graduation. We're hoping not. But we're really at the mercy of what is decided. And one thing's for sure, we're going to throw her a prom. I'll tell you that. We'll throw a big party. Tired of the clouds. I know. Mary, pace yourself because we're going to be under the clouds for a while. Ogden, Utah. Miss you too, Helen. Wow. They're watching me. I'm a big deal in Ogden, Utah, maybe. There's Seguin. Hi, Joyce. Good to see you. Oh, thank you, Julie. I love what you've done with your living room. It looks fantastic. Look, I like what you did there. That looks fantastic right there. That was a good idea. Hi, Julie. It is, okay, that's good, Arlene, because the oak has come down. We had a couple of really big, heavy days with oak counts. And so I don't know if oak affects you as much as mold, but it looks like they'll trade spaces or places for the next couple of days at least. Thank you, Cherish. I cherish the time with my family. Aurora, thank you. You rock. Pow, pow, pow. Hi, Nalani. How are you? The Alamo is closed, right, Jason? But the other mission. But remember, I mean, just experiencing them from the outside is pretty darn cool. I mean, those missions. That's really the founding of our city. I mean, you realize that the city was almost found upon faith. That people came here and they built those missions and they said, come to San Antonio. And let's share the gospel because this is a tremendous place to worship and it's a wonderful city. Love you too, Tammy. Good to see you. Hope everybody's well. Hey, Ann. Good to see you. New Braunfels checking in. What's up, Deborah? Chicken fajitas with the wife. Nice, Roger. Fajita time. Nalani, get to stay home from work, right? What, in Maine, too? Okay, so we got somebody from Maine, and I have to be honest with you, Diane, full disclosure. I always use Maine as one of my jokes at different events when I'm emceeing, and I talk about Texas and how much pride we have in Texas, right? That when you're in Europe and somebody says, hey, where are you from? They don't say the United States. They don't say America. A Texan will say, I'm from Texas. And they'll say that in France or in Italy, whatever, right? Well, the pride of Texas is unlike any other. And I always say, Texans are proud and it's fantastic and I love it. I have 3 beautiful Texans I get to raise. What do they say if they're from Maine? You're a maniac? That's a good one. I like that one. Rain, rain, rain for Catherine. Cold front coming. It is, Andrew. We got some cold air in the forecast. Jose, it is going to rain. Now, what you're seeing today is similar to what we'll see for the next couple of days. So this will not cancel outdoor plans. I'd keep outdoor plans. Tuesday, Wednesday, during the day, still looking at a 20 or 30% chance, mostly isolated showers like you're looking at on this radar now. This is the last 18 hours of radar data. And notice a lot of the rain from West Texas moved east and fizzled out before we got much of anything. So spotty showers in the forecast for the next 48 hours. But let me just show you what we expect to see by morning and into Tuesday. So overnight, pretty quiet. You can see some rain maybe by 9 a.m. Here's the 9 a.m. picture Tuesday. And this is the European model. It sure is. And it's performing pretty well. I mean, it's got some rain out there tonight, and that's not really happening. See how it's got the rain down by the coast? So it's not initializing really well. But a few showers, mostly east of us tomorrow. But then look what's happening out west. See the heavy rain? That's going to be Valverde County. Now, this particular disturbance doesn't appear to have the dynamics for severe weather. But as we get closer to Friday, Saturday time frame, we could see some stronger thunderstorms develop. And I'll show you why. So here's a good little disturbance that moves through most of Wednesday early. It's early before sunrise that the heaviest rain falls over the hill country and into the city by rush hour Wednesday. Of course, not much of a rush hour these days. Make fun of my Maine accent down here, right, Diane? I know, I bet. How does Friday fish fry with a side of showers? I like it, Rick. That sounds really good. I love it. No indoor, outdoor plans are all we have left, Ann. Exactly right. And if I've got rain in the forecast, right? By the way, that's our beautiful White House behind me. They had that up in the monitor, a live picture of the White House. I just decided to leave it up there. Sharing is caring. Deep in the heart of Texas. Whoa, watch out. Good cup of Joe on a Monday night. Ida's watching. Hi, Ida. I love seeing your name because that was my grandma's name. I love it. Dad Joke Steve is here. Okay, I got a good dad joke. Y'all ready? I got a good one that I heard today. What do you get when you cross an elephant with a rhinoceros? Elephino. Oh, I snorted at my own joke. I'm my own best audience. Hey, Ray. I'm going to see if Ray likes it. What do you get when you cross an elephant with a rhinoceros? Elephino. Woo, that's good stuff. All right, so 7:30 Wednesday morning, light to moderate, and then again a little bit more to the east and even to the north. I mean, that's decent coverage. So I really think as we get to Thursday, Friday is when we're going to start really seeing it. And see, notice that this virus, I'm looking at one of the Newsbreak updates. This system, it's more of a setup than one singular system that's bringing all this rain. We have a setup, let me just put it up here for you and explain this, in the upper atmosphere of a southwest wind flow aloft. See how those isobars are moving in from California, the Baja, across Mexico, across Texas? So that's a southwest flow. And in that, number one, moist Pacific air, warm, moist Pacific air. So you get a temperature inversion where those warmer temps are coming in at upper altitudes. So as we move off the Earth's surface, our temperature should be getting cooler. But a temperature inversion says, well, we hit a pocket of warm air aloft. It loves to kind of trap things in a little bit. So you've got a lot of lower level moisture and air that just stagnates. I mean, it just doesn't change. And so that's what, the cloudy, persistent pattern, because this won't let up. This is the persistent wind pattern that's in place. Now, you see that big low? That's a huge low that's right there. Out to our, there it is, out to our west. Now, I want you to notice something. As we move into Tuesday and Wednesday, that low drops a little bit to the south. Notice now it's over the Baja, and it's kind of opening up a bit. But watch what it does. It really doesn't move across Texas. It opens up over the Four Corners. What it will do, even though it doesn't move through Texas, it'll enhance that Pacific moisture feed. It'll start to increase instability because as it moves through the four corners, it's going to be closer to Texas, and there's a lot of wind energy that's going to come with that low. Here's one for you. If Ella Fitzgerald had married Alan Funt, her name would have been Elephant. Oh. Yes. Patrick, that's good stuff. Did you hear that one, Ray?
Yeah, Elephant.
Elephant. Isn't that good?
Yes.
Ella Fitzgerald marries Alan Funt.
Yep.
That's Patrick. Talking to Ray Silva, our executive director for tonight. Cousin Cynthia and Marco, sad about Fiesta. Me too, Marcos. I was thinking, what if it does really well in November and they say, you know, we made more money in November than we ever did in April. Let's do it every November. You never know. I think moving forward, some things might not go back to the way they were before this all happened. We might find new ways to do things. So let's try to, you know, keep an open mind and an open heart on a lot of these things. Because what's interesting, and it was that same Ray I'm talking to off camera, he noticed, he was the first to point out, what is it, 5 months in between fiestas? Yeah, so November, and then we're going to turn around and do it again in April. I wonder, do vendors and everybody have that kind of prep time to be ready for both? I would think, I would hope, but it's great news for the nonprofits. So many nonprofits gain a lot of their annual revenue from Fiesta. In fact, that's kind of one of the stories about the medals. You know, the nonprofits used to sell, well, they still do, they sell the Fiesta medals to make a good amount of their money for their nonprofit resources and the things they do and they provide, right? Well, now that medals have gone bananas and they're so popular, and a lot of places like us, I mean, we give them away. So that really competes with people that are selling them. So just please keep in mind that these are nonprofits that are selling them. These aren't, you know, revenue profit companies. They're trying to get money to provide resources that are needed in the city. So keep that in mind and make sure to buy their medals come November. I don't know, Jada. Not sure about South Padre right now. Not really sure. I know that, you know, I mean, statewide, they're following everything from Governor Abbott, who did a great job today. All right, let's get back to this. When you see these lines stacking up like this, these are all those lines are what are called isobars, and so they're connecting areas of equal barometric pressure, the weight of the air. That's what we're measuring with barometric pressure. So when you see those lines stacked up, and there's several lines in a small area like that, and it's mainly north of us, obviously, and this is, by the way, Thursday morning, this is when you have a great deal of instability, because what happens is this is showing us really high wind speeds aloft, and what the atmosphere loves to try to do is balance itself out. So when all that air is leaving in such a hurry in high wind speeds, the surface is sending air up to try to replace what's leaving, right? Trying to balance things. It never achieves that balance that it's trying to achieve. All that lift of air to replace what's moving out, that's what creates buoyancy and lift and instability in the atmosphere. So if you have moisture and you have an abundance of moisture, we've got dew points over the 60s, we've got the mid and upper level moisture from this Pacific feed. With all that stacked up in place, that's what generates a good amount of rainfall, because again, you've got what's called precipitable water up in the atmosphere. You saw that today. When you look at those clouds and those darkening clouds, that's precipitable water. Vanessa, happy birthday. I saw you had a birthday since we last saw you here. Hope everything's going great for you. Feliz cumpleaños. I almost hacked that up. Feliz cumpleaños. Speaking of Spanish, I was watching another network during dinner break because my girls love watching The Voice. There was a girl from San Antonio, and she was phenomenal. She came out and sang in Spanish. Nick Jonas started crying. It was a really cool moment. He was so touched. She had such a beautiful voice. All four of them turned around. You know how they do the blind audition? All four of them turned around. They wanted this girl from San Antonio, 23-year-old girl from San Antonio, Mandy Castillo. Mandy Castillo. So we're rooting for you, Mandy. Missed you too, Vanessa. Hope you're doing great. Hope everything's better. Okay, so guys, this kind of pattern, as long as we have those southwest winds aloft, we're stuck in a cloudy, damp pattern. Now watch, we're at Thursday. See how those lines stay stacked up? This is the Friday scenario. So within this feed, if you will, there are small little what we call short waves. So instead of like a huge area of low pressure providing all that wind energy, sometimes you'll get these little bursts, these little short waves of high wind speeds aloft, and it'll create moments of great instability, and it'll trigger a pocket of rainfall, right? An area disturbance of rain. So that's what happened today. It moved east of us, and the heaviest rain stayed south and along the coast, but that was a short wave. And so that's why we have those 20 to 30% chances. But as we get closer to Friday, Saturday, and we have that added instability, we should see a lot more widespread rainfall. Oh, you missed her. Yeah, well, she'll be back. She decided on John Legend. She chose John Legend as far as a team. You're welcome, Meredith, anytime. I hope everything's going great. Maybe this rain will keep up, right? Yvonne, exactly. Yeah, because I stopped, we needed some paper towels, right? So I stopped at Tractor Supply to get some dog food. And I said, hey, do you guys have any paper towels? And, oh, let's see if we have any left. And sure enough, no, we're all out, sold them all. And this one woman said, yeah, some guy came in and bought all of them. So I'm like, well, why are y'all letting them do that? Don't let people buy all those. I guess you don't have much of a choice, but as a store, you can say, no, sorry, we're limiting. You can have a roll or two, but Lucinda, is it your birthday? Whose birthday? I'll definitely sing a little Feliz Cumpleaños. Feliz Cumpleaños y tú. Is that how you do it in Spanish? I don't think it is. Good evening, Jennifer. How are you? All right, so as you see, this pattern, look, we're now at Friday afternoon. Here's Saturday. Here's Sunday. Notice it hasn't changed, okay? Now we're getting more of a zonal flow. There's Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. More like Tuesday, Wednesday. We're finally breaking out, and you see how we're getting more of a high pressure ridge building when you see that. That's that bell curve. That's a nice indication of a little bit more pleasant weather. This should be where we start seeing some sun, okay? Yeah, but it's not for another week, okay? I'm just pacing you, trying to pace you for the lack of sun. It's not going to feel good, because especially getting stuck in the house with this rain, worst time to have this kind of weather pattern, I'll tell you that. So Wednesday, I want to take you beyond 48 hours and go into Wednesday night, Thursday, where we go, look at this now, Thursday overnight, well, you know, Wednesday overnight into Thursday morning, good coverage. Look at this. And these are pockets of heavier rain into the 4 to 5 a.m. hour Thursday, right through mid-morning, and then we get a little bit of a break. And remember, Thursday the 19th is the first day of spring. It's the earliest spring since like 18-something. I mean, it's been over 100 years. Late 1800s was the last time we had spring start this early. Several, Janine. I'll show you 7-day in a second. Good, Jennifer. Glad to hear it. Pleasanton does, Brianna, in the extreme drought category there, although you saw a brief improvement. Okay, look, another pocket. Excuse me, very heavy rain, and that's going to be Friday. Where'd it go? There it is. Morning. Before sunrise Friday, looks like another batch of heavy rain. Okay, so don't wash the cars. Wait on that. Wait on that for sure. So now, let's get to the 7-day and show you just how bleak this is. But again, we need this rain in a big way. So tomorrow, happy St. Patrick's Day. Don't forget to wear a little green. And we're going 20, 30% through Wednesday afternoon, okay? But it's Wednesday night into Thursday morning. We just looked at that. Pre-dawn hours of Thursday look really wet, so 50-50 coverage on that. Then during the day of our first day of spring, only a 20% chance before we re-up everything by that night to 60. And then look at that. Friday, 80%. Friday night, 40. Back up to 50, 60 Saturday night, 50 Sunday. And again, we're obviously not expecting any sun. I mean, the next few afternoons, or even mornings for that matter, you might get a temporary break, see a little bit of blue sky fight through, but it's not going to be enough to call it a sunny day. Kathleen, see? And even the 48-hour slip, if you went to wash tub's not going to work, because 48 hours from now, it's going to be raining even harder. Saturday's definitely, so see, you know, cold air lovers, we're getting another little bout. Of course, we're not looking at 30s, but it's going to be chilly on Saturday. We won't get out of the 50s. And a good chance of rain all day. You know, I'm hoping that between Friday, Sunday time frame, that we get breaks in this rain long enough to let this water recede and we don't start seeing, any flooding issues. Antonio, yeah, absolutely, Sal. So did you hear the one I told a little bit earlier? What do you get when you cross an elephant with a rhinoceros? Elephino. That's so good. Elephino. Elephino. All right. Oh, I want to show you between now and Monday, which is, of course, the 7-day forecast, what rainfall prediction we see. It's impressive. But it's not impressive in the right spots. So in a 1 week time, from now until next Monday, those pockets of purple are pushing 3 inches. That's going to be Leakey, northern Uvalde County. Then one little pocket over Bernie, maybe you could call it Fair Oaks Ranch. In that little pocket you see it, southern Kendall County, crossing over to Bear. Then that purple, that's a great area, just about 2 inches of rain in that, darker purple. The lighter purple, and San Antonio's got 3 sections, is going to be closer to 1.5 inches, and then we're going to about 1 inch or so southeast. Now, keep this picture in mind when we now look at the drought report and show you that the rain that we really need is south and southwest. We don't need those kind of totals up and across the hill country. The hill country's fine. In fact, most of San Antonio, not in drought. We have moderate drought occurring from central and southern Bexar County up towards New Braunfels. Then Seguin turns into severe, almost extreme, but extreme down into, Gonzales, and then also out to Hallettsville, Yoakum. But then look at Karnes County, Atascosa County. It's going to be Pleasanton, Jourdanton, Pearsall, Cotulla, Carrizo Springs, all under extreme drought. So southwest is where we need this pocket to go 2-3 inches, not northwest. And that's what it's looking like, that most of this rain falls out to our west over the hill country where it's needed the least, unfortunately. But that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. You can say that's the way the cookie crumbles. Remember Bruce Almighty? Great movie. In fact, if you get a chance, don't just watch Bruce Almighty on, a stream service. Get the DVD and watch the deleted scenes. There are several. It's one of the most comprehensive sections of deleted scenes I've ever seen from a movie. And it shows you they could have gone a completely different direction with it. It's really interesting. All right, algae report. I want to show you that this damp weather pattern brought down the oak, but look what it did to mold spores, spiking today near 9,000. Haven't seen a mold count like that in a while. So that's a very heavy count, almost 5 figures, and I would imagine we're going to see that maintained through most of this week. Oak hopefully is on a checkpoint. Most of that is on my car right now. I'm driving a yellow vehicle. It should be like a burgundy red, but no, it's pretty yellow. So that's where all the oak is, if you're wondering. All right, so that's the effects of that. One last look at the 7 days. We wrap things up. Yeah, 6 feet apart, 10 or less, right? The new rules. And let's abide by them, folks. Let's get this thing knocked out sooner. As we call it, we flatten the curve, right? So everything is, we're on this rise right now in the United States. If we could just kind of get it to where it's like this, maybe we're going to be in better shape. That's pretty good, Marcos. That's a good joke. That's pretty good. Speaking of which, when it came out of that lab and then they silenced that doctor, the Communist government of China silences that doctor and then he dies. Then you knew it was bad. There are still DVD players. Yeah, absolutely, right? It's hard to believe. I don't know if you heard this too, but Universal Studios is talking about streaming movies for the first time, making movies that have not hit the big screen available on demand. No telling how much it'll cost. However, it's the first time a movie house has ever said, we'll bypass the theater and we'll go straight to the people on demand. That's interesting. Okay, Vanessa, I didn't get a chance last week. Happy birthday, Vanessa Ann. Happy birthday to you and many more. Just trying a little bit to express myself. All right, 7-day forecast. Once again, Don't watch the car just yet. We've got a lot of wet weather between now and even next Monday. Still hold on to a 40% chance a week from today. It'll be isolated showers till Wednesday night. Looks like we get a good round. Thursday night we get a good round. And then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, bam, boom, bing. Lots of rain. Kathleen lost the signal. Uh-oh. I think we're still good. All right, guys. Hope you have a wonderful Monday night. We'll see you on Eyewitness News at 10. Full team coverage of everything we heard from Governor Abbott and President Trump today. That's going to be the deal for a while until we get all this information out. Yeah, Dallas, and I think they are, Dawn. I think it's only a matter of time for us, too. You're welcome, Vanessa. Happy birthday, sweetheart. Lucinda, oh, yeah, that's true. I guess we got the song in for you. All right? Everyone, have a wonderful, wonderful. Let me tell you something. I did this promo today, and I was really glad to do it. And this was a great line. It said that the fear of the unknown with this whole virus, the fear of the unknown is as contagious as the virus itself. Right? So don't panic. Let's embrace this family time. Let's check on each other. We'll get through this together. It's when America's at its best. It's when San Antonio flourishes, when we really are in need and we find out about each other. We check on our neighbors. We spend quality time with our family. We grow in ways that we just don't expect sometimes. So embrace this for what it's worth. I mean, it's not a bad situation in San Antonio. Let's keep it that way. Let's do everything we can to make sure it doesn't happen here. And then we get through this. And as a very wise person once said, this too shall pass. So God bless you. Take care of yourselves, okay? Take care of others. Be kind. Don't go panic purchasing. I love that term, panic purchasing. God bless all of our HEB associates, but most of all, God bless our caregivers, all these hospital workers. Man, hang in there, guys. All right? Love you all. Talk to you soon. Take care. We'll see you at 10.